Hello, my students. This is Chapter 9, Lesson 2, How Are Sounds Different? So, how are sounds different? We can hear many different sounds around us. How are they different, or why are they different? They are different because they have different volume and different pitch. Different volume and different pitch. What is volume? A volume is how loud or soft a sound is. How loud or soft a sound is. But what do I mean by loud and soft? Look at these pictures. Here, the boy is shouting. The boy is shouting. When the boy is shouting, he is making a loud sound. A loud sound. Here, the girl is whispering. Whispering. Whispering is a soft sound. So shouting is a loud sound. Whispering is a soft sound. Let's see more examples of loud and soft sounds. Loud sounds like rooster sound. This is a loud sound. Thunder sound. Lion. And also a police siren. Now let's see some examples of soft sounds, like a dropping pen, also rain. It is a soft sound. Another soft sound is bee, and also flowing water. So these are soft sounds. Now you need more energy to make a loud sound than a soft sound. You need to use more energy to make a loud sound, like shouting. Or if you want to talk to someone that is away from you, you need to use more energy to make your sound louder. While to make a soft sound, you don't need to use a lot of energy, like whispering. You don't need to use a lot of energy to whisper. So you need more energy to make a loud sound, not a soft sound. Soft sound, you don't need to use a lot of energy to make it. When you hit an object harder, the sound will be louder. So if you hit the object harder, the sound is going to be louder. For example, you want to knock the door. Knocking the door softly will make a soft sound, like this. Now to make the sound louder, you need to knock the door harder, like this. So when you hit the object harder, the sound will be louder. Also, if you're beating a drum softly will make a soft sound, while beating it hard will make a loud sound. Because when you beat it softly, it makes small vibrations, but when you beat it hard, it makes a big vibrations and a loud sound. Also, when you walk away from the sound becomes softer. Let's say you're watching TV and you wanted to bring something from the other room. As you're walking away from the TV, the sound of the TV will become softer and softer, and it's going to be hard to hear it. But when you go back, it becomes louder and louder, and you will hear it well. because it becomes louder when you are close and it becomes softer when you are far away from it. So this is the volume. Volume again, how loud or soft a sound is. Loud and soft. Now let's see what is a pitch. So what is a pitch? A pitch is how high or low a sound is. How high or low a sound is. What do I mean by high and low? High and low. This is a high sound. Let's hear again. And this is a low sound. One more time. So this is a high sound. And this is a low sound. Can you tell the difference? Now let's see another one. This is a high sound. Again. So this is a high and this is low. Again, low. So high, low, high, low. So the pitch is how high or low a sound is. Now let's watch this video about the pitch of the sound.
Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about one of the most important elements of music, and that's pitch. In case you've never heard the word pitch before, that just means how high or how low a sound is. Now let's try to think of something that is low, that sounds really low. And when you think of something low, like here, right? So let's think maybe thunder would be low, right? That was a really low thunder. And what about?
So the sound of the thunder is a low sound.
If we think of a boat horn, that's really low. Let's listen to this boat horn. See how low that is? You feel it like right in your chest.
So the sound is very low.
Now when we think of sounds that are high and high pitched like this, we think of, let's say, some birds singing like these. Or it could also be, sometimes you hear somebody whistle or a slide whistle like this one.
So the bird sound and the whistle sound, they have high pitch. High, they are high.
That's also a really high sound. Now when it comes to music, we call those sounds notes, depending how high or how low we play something. So on the guitar, like the one I have here, if I want to play a low note, low, we hear that low note. And then at the same time, if we want to play a high note, we can play something like this. High, high. Why don't you try it with me? Let's say low. Now you try it. Good. Now let's try high. High. Now you try it by yourself. Good. That's awesome. So that's a really big part of music, depending on how low and how high we sing something. So now let's play a really fun game where you try to guess if the sounds that you hear are low or high. Remember, low and high. All right, so here we go. Ready? Number one. Now what does that sound? Is that low or high? Now that is a low sound, right? It's your heartbeat. And that sounds really dum dum, dum dum, dum dum. So that's low. Let's see if you can guess number two. Right, if you guessed high, you're right. It's the birds, right? When birds chirp, they chirp really, really high. They're really, really pretty sound. Now let's try number three. Can you feel that rumble? Is that low or high? That's actually the sound of the space shuttle taking off. That's a really low, low rumble. So that's a low sound. All right, let's go on to number 4. You all know what that sound is, right? The telephone. And that is a high sound, right? It's a high-pitched sound. All right, good job. Let's keep going with number 5. You feel the rumbling there? Is that low or high? That's right, it's low. It's a ship horn, right? Ooh. And you really feel that in your chest, especially when you try to do that sound. All right, here we go. Number 6 is our last one. Is that low or high? That is high. You hear the train whistle, right? That's really high pitched. Good job. So those are sounds that are low and high. Now, like we talked about before, now we're going to play notes that are low and high. So you're going to hear piano notes, and now you have to tell me whether those notes are low or high. All right, so here we go. Note number 1. That is low. Here we go. Ready? Number 2. Is that low or high? That is high. Good, if you guess high. If not, it's no big deal. You gotta just listen, and each time it'll get easier. It's really, really cool. All right, let's try number 3. That is low, just like our first one, right? Good job. Let's try number 4. I tricked you there a little bit. That's also low, right? We did 2 lows in a row. Good job if you're still with me. Let's try number 5. That one sounds very different, right? That is high. And I always like to point in the direction, right? That really helps to understand in which direction and what, how high the pitch is. So let's try our last one, number 6. Is that low or high? Is our last one? If you said high, good job. Really good work. And that is a really important part of music. You guys did great today. And so now you know the difference between high and low sounds and high and low pitches. So join me next time. We'll be looking at another aspect of music and having a lot of fun. So I'll see you then.
So that was high and low. Now I need you to test yourself again if you can guess whether the sound is high or the sound is low.
Number 1.
So is it high or low?
Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. How did you do?
So this is high and low sounds. Remember, this is the pitch, how high or low a sound is. Now to make a high-pitched sound, you need to make fast vibrations. When something vibrates very fast, it makes high-pitched sound, but slow vibrations, they make low-pitched sound. So fast vibrations, they make high-pitched sound, and slow vibrations, they make low-pitched sound. This is our lesson. If you have any questions, please ask me and study well.